everyone, it's Chelsea. So I've just dropped my daughter off at school. It was her first day. It's a little strange because it is November, but thanks to the virus, they started a little bit late this year. She only goes a half day, so we only have a couple hours to scoot over to the barn and attempt to get in a decent ride. But right now, I don't know if you can see or where they are. I'm home. I am letting my dogs out to go to the bathroom, and then I will get them put back in their crates, and then I will head over to the barn for a ride. See you guys there. Okay, so here we are, we're heading to the barn. Now, part of the reason I started this vlog, which I said in my first video, was that I feel like I struggle to re-enter the world of equestrian as an adult. I grew up from an early age, probably I can remember starting to be pony obsessed around the age 4 or 5. My first pony ride was on this little black and white, we're gonna call him Pinto in the United States. In the UK, I guess you guys call them piebalds. Little Shetland pony named Snakes. What a name, right? I got to go on this like little trail ride with him, and I'll tell you what, I can clearly remember that pony because I absolutely fell in love. He wedged us between 2 trees, and it took us forever to get out, but you know what? I loved it. And I knew from right then and there, like, I would be pony obsessed. So my parents are non-equestrian, so it took a while to convince them that I needed to take pony lessons, and we didn't live in a place where horses were very prominent, and there was a place to take lessons very close. So my mom would have to drive me like a half an hour to this random barn to ride. And then we ended up moving, and we moved right around the corner from this hunter jumper barn where all the girls from my class at school would ride, and so I immediately got hooked. That was when I was about 10 years old. So from 10 to the age of probably 20, yeah, no, it was definitely 20, I was riding horses. Eventually would take lessons, and then I got to lease some horses, and then I got to own my own pony, and it was amazing. I did hunter jumpers growing up, and then I got into pony club and really started to fall in love with eventing, and you just had a really good time. I even ended up working as a groom working student for a Grand Prix show jumper for a little while, and I found out that that life was pretty harsh. I did not want to be a professional rider in the capacity that she worked in. It was not a world that I was cut out for. So I eventually ended up going to college and joining the United States Army. Don't you love it? Driving to where I ride, passing more horse farms behind a tractor. This is rural Virginia, folks. This is horse country Virginia, and I love it. So yeah, I went into the military, and I've been in the military for 13 years, mostly active duty, and I came off, and I have been in the reserves the last few years while being a wife and a mom, and my life changed enough to where I could get back into taking horse lessons again and eventually owning my own horse. And my husband, unfortunately, guys, our barn sign blew down in the latest storm, and the barn owner's having to fix it, which stinks because it was a brand new sign. But anyway, my husband also got into riding, so he is learning to ride at the same time that I'm getting back into it, and it's been a really fun journey. It's been very different from what I knew before, and I'll tell you what, the horse world, and or at least my knowledge base, changed so much in the 10 years that I did not ride. I continued to ride through college at a local barn, but once I joined the military in 2010 full-time, I could not find places to ride where I was, or I couldn't really find the time. So I took a break for a few years. And now these are my stories as I try and get back into riding. So I'm here in the barn. I'm gonna check and see So Blue doesn't have his breakfast yet. I'm gonna go into the feed room and get his and Mena's food. So one of my favorite things when I was a working student was getting up really early in the morning and feeding the horses. I love the smell of horse food. I love how excited the horses get in the morning, and I think one of the most soothing sounds is the sound of horses eating happily. So here you just see me mixing up. Blue gets a pound of sweet feed, and he gets some MSM for his hawk arthritis, and he gets a smart pack of Ultra Bug Off, which even though we're moving into the fall and the bugs are starting to, slowly die off, it turns into like a vitamin E supplement that's really good for his coat. And then sometimes when I'm done my horses, I help the barn owner out by feeding the rest of the horses. We have a really organized feed chart, so I know which food, how much, and which supplements to give everybody else in the barn, so it makes it pretty easy. Look at you, Licky boy. You ready for breakfast? You gonna lick that some more? You are so cute. Are you giving kisses this morning? Aw, kisses. Oh, I bet you taste the feed on my hands. Is everybody else ready for breakfast? Oh, there's everybody else. You're a mess. Having your breakfast? Yeah? Oh boy. You are dirty. Oh my goodness. Guys, look how cute Blue is. The sleepy boy. And look, I finally got his mane to train to one side. Keep your fingers crossed it stays this way. You're still really dirty. So, Blue finished his food. He had a break before we got on and rode so that he could digest. He had a nice groom, and now we're all tucked up and we're heading out for a ride. I think we're gonna do some flatting out in the field, and because he hates the ring, absolutely hates it. He's got a little bit of arthritis in his hocks, and we found out that he just hates going around in circles. So we mostly ride out in the really nice fields and we do trails, and he's super happy doing that. So we'll probably do some flat work because the ground is a little spongy, and then if the ground holds up enough, maybe pop over a couple of the really low cross-country fences that we've built so far and have some fun. So we finished our ride. We're alive. Didn't fall off even though it's pretty slippery, and we did some light jumping. I just wish that I could take better video for you guys. I will have to figure that out in the future so you can see all of the trials and tribulations of my adult riding, my very opinionated horse, whom I love dearly and takes good care of me. Hey Blue, what's that? Is that a mint wrapper? Oh, you could love your mint. Good boy. So we've taken all his tack off. I'm gonna hang my brushing boots up here today to dry out because they're really wet. And then I will take a stiff brush and some water to them once they're dry to clean them off. And right now we're gonna give Blue a final groom, get his sweat and saddle mark off and get all the mud off. And then we're gonna put his muzzle on because like mommy, he's on a diet, and turn him out. So because our horses are on 24/7 pasture turnout, both my husband's horse and my horse wear, both my husband's horse and my horse wear muzzles when they're not up in the barn eating or when they're being ridden. Blue does not wear his at night. He did initially when he was really big with a hay belly and had this like big distended belly from grass. But now that his weight has evened out again, he just wears it during the day, and that keeps a pretty manageable weight. Unfortunately, I wish I could have gotten him a blue one, but pink was the only other option other than black, so I could find it in the field, so Blue wears pink. We're heading to turn Blue out. He's got his muzzle on. He was such a good boy. Paydays are Blue's absolute favorite. You want a payday? Give it to you in your little basket. Oh no, you dropped it. Oh, good boy. Another piece. Good job. You gonna go see your friends? You gonna go see your friends? Yeah?